Hello. I'm going to show you a couple things that are about the Medion painting, which is the great painting on the left, which is the older Mona Lisa, and the Mona Lisa, which is on the right, the single portrait. The painting on the left, obviously, for those who just joining in, is the painting which is a diary, that Leonardo da Vinci had done in his entire career that is in there in pixels and in cartoons that you cannot see with the human eye. The items in which I've been showing you throughout the over 300 YouTubes is actually little items smaller than probably 20 times smaller than a piece of salt that is blown up on a 55-inch screen through a supercomputer on a 100 megapixel phase 1 camera, along with many other different imaging to be able to open it up. And different type of process of different type of programs in which each program gives you the different clarity and ability to examine. Okay, well let's get to the point. We know about the Medion. This is the painting that everybody's been talking about. It is unbelievable, extremely handsome man serenading the older Mona Lisa. Okay. Oh, and by the way, the image in which we're going to be examining is going to be in this little cut part right here of the two balloon beautiful decorative dress of hers. It's a micro deal, and I showed it on one of my other YouTubes, and we're going to do another piece of it, if not quite a bit of many other copies of other YouTubes in which we have, but not at this point. And the piece in which we're going to be showing you that is going to be identical and the same is in this particular area near the bridge, in which of the Mona Lisa. It's actually can be called several many things. It could be called a submarine and a flying submarine. And what it is this particular piece right here, and this particular piece has the submarine. If you can see the submarine, the flying submarine is right here. This is in the Mona, and I will be downsizing it for you to see. But at this time, I'm going to grab my submarine in mine, which is right here, and you take it and you put it right here, and then you overlay this over the top in reverse. Let's see, is it reverse? No, I think it's the other way. I kind of flipped it, didn't I? Okay. See, it's a larger piece, but I want to show you the reason why this is larger than this. I wanted to show you how he keeps making the same image over and over. If you see these outer lines match these lines, and then these inner darker colors are the inner darker ones also. So he goes small to big to big to big to big to big. So in the long short of it all, the Mona Lisa is a pixel smaller than you can ever see that's blown into the main size. It's pixels that make the item just like a television. Plus he makes it go across the room. Now I'm going to show you how it goes across the room in a minute. See, this is a large image, and it fits in here, and you can see there's the guy with the helmet. That's the guy with the helmet, like a motorcycle helmet, and he's up here on the big fin. There's smaller fins, and he's got little cartoons and little cones on here, which represents diva women, and also different faces and cartoons and different bodies in which float in here. There's a big eye, and a sloopy like elephant nose, and that's in the large portion. We're cheating now for you to help you out. Okay, so I know if it's difficult for you to understand me is because maybe the process in which I've gone through of knowing these little hidden little curves and the meanings of it, like this particular curve, a lot of that would actually mean the letter N for Leo. And sometimes the man's face is actually stands for an A. And then a lot of circles with a dot and a dot and a nose and a circle like that actually stands for an A or man. And also it stands for a heart and many other little things. It depends on what he's meaning and on the depth of the painting which he's doing. It takes an awful lot to figure out Leonardo da Vinci's work, so don't think that you're just going to find it in a day. If you take a look at this particular image right here, this one that's zoomed in, and then I pull it back down, this is a real light outline. I don't know if you can actually see it up on the screen. Sometimes it comes out better, and you'll see many others. When you actually move this on up again and you put it, you'll see that this particular image is going to come down in a different type of frame that's hidden within, but you can see the outlines of it when you put it on up. And here's like a Mexican jumping bean or whatever they call it look, and you pull it down, you can see the same right in here. So and then when you end up with his little, whoops, let me move it over. When you end up with some of his items that actually have glasses on them, like this guy right here, that's actually his signature that he has in one of his works that he cheats on. And this is a large portion here, but you will see this big guy with a body on it, and you pull it on down, and then you can actually see the guy with the body floating in here. Now the glasses, again, I don't know if it's going to show you exactly, but let me see if I can do it real quick. And I've done this before to where it wasn't real quick, and I apologize on that factor, but let me see if I can do one of his signatures that is going to show up, and I call it the double O. Here it is, and the double O is how he projects, as you see, an O and an O. Well, sometimes this O and O doesn't line up, but because it's a bigger face, this O and this O will. And he takes this item and he overlays this item over the top of the glasses. And that's what's kind of comical, because that's what he is. He's a comic. So if you see this writing with a face, and you see black glasses, he'll take his signature and he will lay it across. And if you look at that and this particular piece here, if you follow these through, you'll see an O and an O, and you'll see the O and an O, and here's a representative looking T, but the rest of it's hidden within it. And people think, well, how come it's not written out just like? He don't want you to see it just like to see it. You got to fight to find his work. And it's really, really, let's get that out of there. And it's really comical, because his works move. Now I'm going to get back to the actual piece in which we were original. I want to show you real quick. If you follow this particular flying submarine, you can see the line, how it runs. He's letting you know that it's flying on an angle this way, which makes it very difficult for me to show you how it flies, because my only slides this way. It doesn't fly on an angle like this, because I won't be able to do the transparency. But I'll give you a portion of it, and let's say here it is, okay, and then you slide it down. See, he's flying on an angle. Okay, I can only get a portion of it. So I'm limited to my abilities, and I need a GoFundMe page so I can get a 4K projector, and I need at least a 16K gaming computer, and I need funds to help support myself in income. I'm running on empty as in the gas, but I'm still Still got plenty of time, but I would not like to have to sit there and wait for the last minute. So I'm planning ahead. I'm a very hard worker, and I'm very religious. And to say all that together, I would like to end this with, please subscribe. Please pass it on to your friends. And, oh, before I actually say the final of the goodbye, let me prove to you that this is the Mona. That is the Mona. And let me prove to you that this is the Medion. I don't want anybody thinking that, whoop, that's the shoulder, excuse me. And to prove that's the shoulder, that would be this one. See, that is of that. This is a blown up section of this area right here. So anyway, back to letting you go. And again, I want you guys to stay safe. I want you guys to say your prayers. I want you to know that I am sincere and there's nothing that's ever been cheated, altered, deception of any sort that I have put upon any YouTube items. There's a lot that I have learned from my own YouTubes by keep watching them, in which I don't even have time for so many myself, so forgive me on even when I'm asking out of you to subscribe and help me out if you can. So God bless the whole world, the universe, and the heavens, and I wish you all the greatest. And Christmas is coming, Thanksgiving's coming, and let's have a great year. Amen.